Welcome back to PastCast Weekly, where global leaders spent Christmas promising peace, delivering statements, and outsourcing responsibility until January. Let's rewind the week. December 22 to 28. Under President Trump, the U.S. border became much tougher, illegal crossings dropped, rules were stricter and enforcement increased, but deportations are still slow. Not because the government refuses to act, but because the legal system is overloaded. Most migrants already inside the U.S. can appeal in court. Cases take years. Judges are overwhelmed, and Congress did not change the law or expand the courts. So the border moves fast, while the system behind it moves slowly. Trump closed the door. Congress left the House unfinished. December 23 to 28. In Argentina, President Javier Milei continued his shock therapy economic reforms. He cut government spending, removed subsidies, and reduced the role of the state, fast. Milei says Argentina has no time to move slowly. He argues that years of debt, inflation, and bad policy left the country with no choice. Supporters say this pain is necessary to save the economy. Critics say prices are rising too quickly, and ordinary people are paying the cost. Protests continue. The reforms continue anyway. Argentina has become a global experiment. Everyone is watching to see if it survives. The policy is bold. The timeline is brutal. December 24 to 28. In Japan, defense policy continued to shift, quietly. For decades, Japan avoided military expansion because of its post-war constitution. Now, it is increasing defense spending and deepening cooperation with the United States and regional partners. The government says this is about self-defense, especially with China becoming more assertive and North Korea continuing missile tests. There were no dramatic speeches, no public panic, just careful language and steady moves. Japan insists nothing fundamental is changing, but its military posture says otherwise. December 25 to 26. After Christmas attacks that killed Christians in northern Nigeria, the United States launched airstrikes on militant camps. The targets were extremist groups linked to ISIS West Africa. President Donald Trump approved the strikes quickly. There were no long speeches, no international conferences, just a short statement and military action. The Nigerian government welcomed the strikes. Human rights groups warned about escalation. Trump said the goal was simple: send a message and stop future attacks. The warning was not written. It arrived from the sky. December 27. Fighting between Thailand and Cambodia slowed this week along their disputed border. Artillery fire stopped, troops stayed in position, and talks restarted. The conflict is over borderland that both sides claim. Each government blamed the other for starting the fighting. Each said it was only defending sovereignty. The pause did not happen because the dispute was solved. It happened after pressure from outside countries and concerns about trade, tourism, and economic damage. The guns went quiet. The arguments did not. The war paused when continuing it became too costly. And that's the world. Closing 2025 exactly how it lived it. Uncertain, overbriefed, and promising everything will make sense next year. See you in 2026.